YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Today we are back with quick fix videos for you guys on Hayward's Penguin. This is their above ground suction side pool cleaner. We are going to tear this thing apart and show you guys how to repair it. Stay tuned. Alright guys, and we're back. So again, today we've got Hayward's Penguin. This is their suction side pool cleaner for above ground pools only. Highly do not suggest putting this in an in-ground pool. It is meant for small bodies of water. The ticking that it will actually do from the oscillator inside is very slow. So when you're dealing with a larger body of water, if you have a smaller in-ground pool, I do not suggest that you use this. It is better for those vinyl above ground pools. So for today's quick fix video, we are going to flip this thing upside down and we're going to show you guys how to get access into the inside to be able to clear some debris. So there are two different quick fixes that you guys can do. There is an opportunity to remove the throat. For today's video, I want to show you guys how to remove the entire A-frame kit and to be able to pull it out so that if you guys actually have a larger piece of debris that did make it through the throat and it's stuck in the turbine, this will actually give you guys access into the inside of that turbine. So first thing you're going to do, obviously take this thing out the water, remove the hose, let it dry off. It's a little easier when you're dealing with all of these metal screws and plastic and surfaces to just have this thing dried off. So take it out, let it sit there for an hour before you guys start working on it. Really easy. Flip it over. Again, highly suggest doing this from a surface where you have a flat surface. Don't do this right next to the pool surface. You guys lose one of these screws in there, it's gonna be a nightmare trying to fish it out. So once you guys flip it upside down, you guys will notice that it has these two retractable style flaps here. So these white flaps are part of the drive kit and they are part of what we're going to remove. But you'll notice that right underneath this one, there's actually two screws located down in here. So it's actually labeled as the front. So you're looking at the front, it's going to be the side with the head. So it's pretty easy for you guys to determine which is what. What you're going to do is you're going to grab this flap and you're going to actually push it forward. You're not going to break it. You're going to hear that little tick like you just did. It's going to slide itself out of the way to actually give you access in here to those two Phillips head screws. The only tool that you will need to work on this cleaner will be a Phillips head screwdriver. It is very basic. If you can't do something like pop on new shoes with your hands without even using a tool, most of the screws that are in this thing will all be a Phillips head screw. So I've got my handy dandy ratchet screwdriver. So I'm going to go ahead and start removing these two screws. They're not very long screws. It's just grabbing another frame underneath. So I'll set the screws right here for you guys so you can see how tiny they are. That way you guys know. Again, if you guys are going to start really disassembling this thing, make sure that you guys have everything laid out and how it came out. So then that way when you guys are putting everything back together, the correct screws go to the correct spot. Because you will run into some longer screws, and the last thing you want to do is try to shove the longer screws into a short screw hole and start cracking frames inside and causing more disaster. So all right, so once you guys have removed the two smaller screws from that front pad, you're going to be aiming for these two screws located towards the back of the throat location. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those two. These are the longer screws. So again, you're going to want to make sure that when you guys are doing this, that you guys keep everything kind of together to make sure that when you put them back together, everything goes in the correct slot. So go ahead and remove these two. Slide them out, and now, there we go. Now, the next step is you're going to grab these two orange flaps on the side, and you're just going to gently lift. And when you lift, you'll actually see the entire aim frame will actually come out. You'll have access here to the throat. So if there's a piece of debris that may be stuck here in the orifice where the debris is going to go through, you might be able to help clear it from here. But then you can set this off to the side, and now you have full access here into the inside of the main turbine where you guys can grab whatever may have gotten stuck in there and be able to remove it. So I guess most of the debris you're dealing with an above ground pool is going to be smaller debris, but just depending on what landscaping you have, if you get some kind of palm fronds that do happen to get sucked up through the orifice, they can get wrapped up in this turbine. So it is nice to be able to know that with 4 simple screws, you guys can get access in here to be able to remove that debris yourself. rather than having to strip the whole thing apart. So really simple. I just want to show you guys how to get access here into the inside to this main turbine. We are going to have some other videos where we start taking apart this A-frame kit and show you guys how to do all that. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so that you guys can stay tuned for that. Till next time, I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply, and we'll see you then.